Hey everyone, welcome back to Real Life Stories. I'm Oliver.
And I'm Catherine. Hope you're doing well, or at least hanging in there.
Yeah, because today's story is one of those days when you feel like everything is about to slip away.
You know that feeling when things just start going wrong, one by one?
And you're like, okay, what else is going to happen?
Exactly. So today's episode is called I Thought I Lost Everything, but then this happened.
And trust me, this one gets intense. All right, so this happened not too long ago, and it was one of the most important weeks of my life. I'd been working on something for months, putting in long hours, staying up late, really trying to pull everything together.
So this wasn't just a normal day.
Not at all. This was the kind of moment where everything depended on one thing going right.
No pressure.
Exactly. So on that day, I packed everything the night before. Laptop, documents, notes, everything. I didn't want anything to go wrong.
Which usually means something will go wrong.
Yeah, pretty much. So I wake up, grab my stuff, and head over to the train station. Everything seems fine. I even had time to grab a coffee.
That's always a good sign, or a dangerous one.
Yeah, turns out it was dangerous. So I get on the train, sit down, and decide to go over my presentation one more time. I reach into my bag, and my laptop is gone.
Oh, no.
Yeah. At first, I thought, okay, maybe I just didn't see it. So I check again, and again, and then it hits me. I must have left it behind.
That moment when it finally sinks in?
Exactly. And I just sat there staring at my bag like it was going to magically show up.
I've done that before.
Yeah, like somehow it's going to fix itself. But no. So I jump up, get off at the next stop and start trying to think clearly. But honestly, my mind was all over the place.
Yeah, when you're stressed, it's hard to think straight.
Exactly. So I tried to go over everything step by step. Where was the last place I saw it? When did I use it? And then I remembered. I had taken it out at the cafe near the station.
So you rushed back.
Immediately. So I got on the next train back, ran out of the station, and went straight to the cafe. My heart was racing.
I can imagine.
So I walk in, slightly out of breath, and ask the staff if anyone had found a laptop. They look at each other, and for a second, no one says anything.
That silence is terrifying.
Exactly. And I'm thinking, okay, this is it. It's gone. Months of work, just gone.
That's such a heavy moment.
Yeah, it really felt like everything had fallen apart. Then one of them says, wait, someone handed something in earlier.
No way.
Yeah, so they go to the back, and those few seconds felt like forever.
I hate that feeling.
Same. Then they come back out, holding my laptop.
That must have been the biggest relief ever.
Honestly, I didn't even know how to react. I just stood there like, is this actually happening?
That's such a real reaction.
Yeah, I thanked them like 5 times, probably more, and then I rushed out again because I still had to make it to my presentation.
Right, the day's not over yet.
Not even close. So I finally make it to the meeting, a bit late, slightly stressed, but at least I had everything.
That's what matters.
Exactly. So I walk in, apologize, set everything up, and just go for it.
No overthinking at that point.
None. And surprisingly, everything went smoothly.
Really?
Yeah, like better than I expected. All that stress, and it still worked out in the end.
You know, that reminds me of something similar that happened to me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I once thought I had lost my wallet while traveling, and not just money. Everything was in there. Cards, ID, everything.
that's even worse.
Exactly. And I just stood there trying to stay calm, but inside I was completely panicking. So I started going back to every place I had been that day, step by step.
Trying to piece everything together.
Exactly. And finally, I found it at a small shop. Someone had kept it safe.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and in that moment, I realized things can go wrong really fast, but they can also turn around just as quickly.
I think that's the biggest takeaway.
Yeah, just because something goes wrong doesn't mean it's the end.
Sometimes things fall apart just to come back together in a better way.
And for those of you learning English, these kinds of stories are actually perfect practice.
Because this is how real conversations sound. Natural, a bit messy, but real.
All right, before we finish, let's quickly go over some useful phrases from today's story.
Yeah, these are super common in real conversations, and you can start using them right away.
First one, leave something behind.
This just means you forget something somewhere.
Like, I think I left my phone behind at the cafe.
Next up, head over.
That means to go to a place.
For example, I'm going to head over to the office now.
Then we have go over.
This means to review something.
Like, let's go over the plan one more time.
Next, think straight.
This one is really useful. It means you can't think clearly because you're stressed.
Example, I was so nervous I couldn't think straight.
All right, go for it.
This means to do something with confidence, without overthinking.
Like, just go for it, you'll be fine.
Next up, work out.
This means something ends successfully.
For example, everything worked out in the end.
Then we have fall apart.
That's when everything goes wrong.
Like, my plan fell apart at the last minute.
Next up, piece together.
This means to understand something step by step.
I tried to piece together what happened.
And the last one, turn around.
This means a situation changes from bad to good.
Like, things started to turn around after that.
Try using these in your own sentences.
Yeah, or even better, use them when you tell your own story.
All right, everyone, that's it for today's episode.
If you enjoyed this and found it useful,
Consider subscribing to the channel.
it really encourages us to keep creating more helpful and real-life English content for you.
And we truly appreciate your support.
Thanks for spending time with us.
See you in the next episode.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.